guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm going to do my November book haul. It's going to be two parts. Unfortunately, I didn't quite cut back my buying as much as I was hoping. I did hold off for like 2 weeks and only bought a few books in that time, but the first week I had all these books coming in from what I bought in October, so technically there were October buys that showed up in November. And then the last week of November, pretty much after the Thanksgiving holiday, I pretty much let myself go to some used bookstores and I bought a few more books online. So I think it comes up to 27 books here. So I'm going to do pretty much my used books and the books I got from Book Depository, and then I'll do a second video of all my Amazon buys. And it's just, yeah, you know, as I said, it's just the way it is. I'm not hurting myself by how much I buy. This is where a lot of my money goes. It's just I was hoping to cut back because I am trying to read more of my books, but I still am using the library a lot. So anyway, we're just going to go into this. So that's the only explanation you're going to get. So the first, I got a couple of books. Hold on. I've got them all mixed up, of course. So I went to a library I don't go to very often. So they had a little bookshelf with books. Some of them were $1 and some were 50 cents. So I got 3 books. And the first one was A Walk in the Woods by Bill Bryson. I have not read anything by him all the way. I think I picked up some book at the library one time and read a little bit, but I didn't have time to really read it. So I haven't read anything, but my dad and my cousin have read this and they both said it was fun. So I thought, oh, I'll just give it, it was $1. I also got A Head Full of Ghosts by Paul Tremblay, and I've heard about this author, and I just wanted to try him out, and I heard that this is a good, and again, I like kind of ghost story-ish kind of things. I think the daughter is possessed, but I'm not quite sure what's going on. I figure it's going to be one of those ones I just kind of pick up when I'm in the mood for it and have fun. That's kind of my hope. I'm hoping I enjoy that. And then I also picked up a copy of The Bloody Chamber by Angela Carter. I don't know why I picked this up. It was 50 cents. Agreed. But I have not read anything by her. And she's one of those names that I've heard a lot about. And people talk about this collection of short stories often. And they're really, really short, so maybe for me that'll be okay. Even though the print is really kind of small. But after I got home, I found out that I'd bought the audiobook when it was on sale. So, oh well, whatever. I think I might even have the ebook. I don't even know. It's just like, it's a book I keep buying. I don't understand. But anyway, now I got a physical copy. I hope I like it when I do get around to reading it. Then I went to a used bookstore. I hit 2 used bookstores a week ago Saturday. So the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So that's kind of how that goes. First one I picked up was a Western by Ernest Haycock. This is Burnt Creek. I don't know anything about it. My dad and I are just starting to collect as many of these we can because, again, he's not as in print anymore as he used to be, so we're trying to find old copies of stuff, and we've really liked a couple. He's liked a couple of the books. I've only read Alder Gulch, which I read, I believe, earlier this year, and I just want to get more. For a Western, I really enjoyed the way he wrote characters. So I'm really interested to read this. I'll probably read this pretty soon so then I can give it to my dad. I don't need to keep it. I just want so he can read it. I picked up a romance, The Duchess Deal by Tessa Dare. I forgot that like last year I went through like a Tessa Dare phase where I read a lot of her. I read 3 of her books back to back, or well, I mean I read books in between, but I read them pretty close together. And I've been meaning to get back to some of her other series. That was from the Castles Ever After series. I do want to try Spindle Cove. And this is another series. I'm not sure if there's a name to it actually. I know that this one and one other one for sure are in it. I just realized I don't know if they're Girl Meets Duke. So I guess but I think this is book 1. So anyway, I hear it's really funny. When I checked out at the cash register, the woman was like, oh, I just reread that. I really like that one. So I figure that's good for those moods when you want to read something like that. And I like historical romances every once in a while. Again, they're just fun. Then I picked up a couple of, oh yeah, well okay, this one, actually I take it back. It was this, I was so excited I found this at the used bookstore. Red Famine, Stalin's War on Ukraine by Anne Applebaum. So I heard about this kind of indirectly, I think I saw this on somebody's channel, and again, it probably was a book olive, but it might have been somebody else. But I wrote it down as a book I wanted to get, and then there's another book of hers about the gulags that I want to get. But this one I found was, I think this is just recently out too, so I was pretty excited. But I also read about the famine, or being mentioned when I read The Unwomanly Face of War by Slavanja Alekovic, and again, her writing about World War II women who what they were doing during the war, and those who fought and everything. And they all talked, a lot of them did mention back to this famine and how it affected people, and how Stalin got rid of a lot of people because of it. So I really, because it was not a natural famine, I guess is how it goes. So I'm really interested to pick this up. I was so excited to find a nice, good copy on that. And then I went to another used bookstore that was just a little bit away, but it was like a library donation one. So I think it's the Library Systems little bookstore, which I didn't even know they had until I went in there. And I'm like, wait, what is this? So I picked up 2 books there. And one of them is The Rape of Nanking by Iris Chang. I've been wanting to read this for a while. I don't know anything about this. This is like a blank in my kind of history, anything I've learned. So I kind of thought, I heard about it sometime last year, and it's been on the list that I was trying to find a used copy of it to try that out. So I don't know a whole lot about it. They're just words to me. So it says the forgotten Holocaust of World War II. So I don't know a lot about it. So we'll see how that goes. And then I got Founding Fathers, The Revolutionary Generation by Joseph J. Ellis. And it's just a short book of, I mean, I'm guessing about the Founding Fathers, for the Founding Brothers, but you know, you see all their pictures and they're all recognizable. Anyway, it was a short book on that, and it says it's winner of the Pulitzer Prize, so I figured I should maybe try to read that. And then the last used book is one I technically got this month, but I paid for it last month, and I am not happy. So I've now had twice where I've bought used books off of Marketplace and had a copy that is not what I asked for. So the last time I got a library copy, so it's, you know, covered over in plastic, you know, I mean, not like the ones you can take apart, like it's wrapped, like, you know, it's like a plastic, it's a library copy. So I was not happy about that. Well, this time I got an uncorrected, advanced uncorrected proof. So I am totally probably sending this back. I'm going to contact Amazon tonight or go through whatever I have to do, because I'm not happy. But it's the book I really want, which is Draw Your Weapons by Sarah Centilles, I think is how it said. Anyway, I just read this book last week, and it was such a great read. Like, it's hard for me to explain what it's about, but it has to do with war and art and a lot of different history elements from World War II, as well as stuff that happened in Afghanistan at a prison, at a political prison. And it's just, at least I think that's where that thing was. But anyway, I'm not happy. I'm upset. So this book is probably going back, and I probably will just fork out the money for a real copy, because this is ridiculous. I'm done. Like, Marketplace has kind of pretty much lost my business. That's the second time that I've gotten something that I did not, I don't think that's what I paid for. Because I mean, I paid money for that, and I don't want a corrected proof, and they shouldn't be selling those anyway, so that upsets me. So anyway, ooh, I am really doing horrible about time here, guys. Okay, so now we're just gonna do the last books here that are all the ones from a book depository. So I got a couple of books I've read before. Let me pull those up first. So the first one is, I just wanted a new copy of this because my copy is really, really old, and it's actually a movie tie-in one. And it's just, I mean, I read it, and obviously somebody loved it before I got it because it was very used. But I want to reread it this year. Is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest by Ken Kesey. Is that how you say that? My brain just shut off. Anyway, I want to read this in 2019. So I wanted to get a new copy, and I really like that kind of freaky. Anyway, I also got a copy of Coraline by Neil Gaiman. I read this from the library many, many years ago, and because after I saw the film, I mean, I did it the wrong way, but, and again, I like Neil Gaiman a lot, so it's one of the books I really liked, but I never owned, so I just got a copy, because it has Chris Riddles, has his illustrations inside. I don't know if I can show in this here real quick. So there it is. It wasn't very expensive, but I wanted to reread it, and the Halloween, everybody was talking about it again. I'm like, oh, I want that copy. Anyway, that's why I bought it around Halloween, and it showed up in November. I also got Brideshead Revisited by Evelyn Waugh. Is that how you say it? I don't remember. I'm so bad. So this is a book that I've always seen the title of, and it never really made sense to me, so I don't think I ever looked into it. So I don't know. I mean, I know people have read this, but I've never got around to it. But it sounds really interesting about, you know, it's like right before World War II, and I think this guy goes back to a friend's house, Brideshead, that he hung out with there before, and things happen while he's there. I don't know. That's about all I remember about reading it, and it's all I kind of want to know. And here's another one that I don't remember why it was on my wish list, but I just bought it one day, and that is The Ice Palace by Tarjei Versailles. I don't know. How do you guys say that? Anyway, so this is, I can't even remember what this book, I think it's from what I understood, I thought it was a Norwegian book. Let's see here. Yeah. And it's, oh, sorry, it's translated by Elizabeth Roccan. Anyway, so I don't know what this is about, really, to be honest. Boy, that's horrible. I know it's something about the Ice Palace, a frozen waterfall in the Norwegian fjords, and two girls it fascinates them, and I guess they have some kind of friendship, and I think one goes missing or something. I don't know. But it's short, and I don't know. I don't remember who talked about it. I wish I remembered this stuff, but I am horrible and forget. And then, okay, second to last is London Belongs to Me by Norman Collins. I saw this on Shawn the Book Maniac's channel. He was talking about this, and I think he even asked for buddy readers. I know he's kind of taking a break from all that, but I did at the time say that maybe that I would do a read along if he did one, you know, if he did a buddy read or something later next year. But we'll see. Anyway, I got the book. It sounds interesting. It's about 1938 in London, I believe. I thought it was London. Yeah, so it's like, I think it's like a group of like a neighborhood kind of thing, and what everybody's into and doing at that time. So, I don't know. It just sounded fascinating at the time when he talked about it, so clearly I bought it. And then the last book I'm going to talk about in this video is another book that I have read before, and I bought a new copy because the last one did not have the translator mentioned, and that really upset me. So this is my new copy of The Three Musketeers by Alexander Dumas. As I said, I'm hoping to get further into the series in 2019 since I failed in 2018, but I'm going to try to use this book to finish my reread of this so I can continue on with the series of the D'Artagnan romances. So I'm hoping I can, as I said, I did get it was a little water damaged when it arrived at my house. The mail person left it kind of away from the doorstep enough that it got into some water. So it's a little water damage, but I don't mind. I now have 3 copies of this book, and I'm hoping that it's fine. You know, as I said, I'll live. It's fine. But so I'm going to try this one. This one's actually translated by Richard Pevar, I think is how he says his name. Pevear. And I keep thinking he does a lot of translations, but with Russian, with his, I don't know. I keep thinking it's the same person, but maybe it's not. But at least, as I said, at least there's a translator listed, because I was so shocked that those Word Cloud Classics, those really nice with the kind of foamy kind of, I don't know, covers. They are they don't say a translation. They just said they took one of the translations that is anonymous, and they said that's normal. And I'm like, no, it's not, and I'm done. So anyway, I'm switching books to that one. So those are all the books I got for used, my disappointments and my happiness about the rest of them. So, and then of course some of the stuff that I got from Book Depository. So anyway, that was kind of sad that I didn't cut back as much as I was hoping. But anyway, I will be back with my second book haul probably in a couple days. So I will talk to you guys later. And if you think any of these books I need to move up on my TBR, let me know. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.